12:35. To see the chat. You see the chat history 2067. Hold on, and then let me go to YouTube. Right now they're looking straight up at me. Yep, I'm just getting the chat ready. I'm on the other side so I can see the talks in the chat.
Jane, better? Feel better? Feel better? Look better? They stop doing that stuff. That's not only you, me too. I'm the same way. I wake up on the floor 5 hours later. I do that today. I woke up. And I had to clean it. Blanket first, and then I'll just cover it with a sheet. And what blanket? Are you good? Would you be alright if I left now? Or?
Yeah, she's.
So I can put my feet up and shit.
Yeah, she's.
Are you gonna be okay? I'm David. You gonna be okay? You want something sweet? You got a lollipop. It's some little ones. You wanna give me a lollipop? Yeah. Let me bring you the lollipop and I'm gonna leave the discussion. I'm trying to bring it back to you tomorrow. I might not be able to walk for you. It's not good.
All right, I'm just getting ready with the other part so we can see. Um. All right, Cregan said hi in the chat. All right, I just have the Bitcoin chart up for a second. And then we're going to talk about, you know, different topics. Okay. And then whatever anybody types into the chat. All right, but right now I'm just looking at Bitcoin, 110,000. Okay. And then this is the 5-minute chart. So let me actually go to the 1 hour chart. Okay. And it's at the 200 EMA. All right. So, yep, you said hi. Hey, hey. You said hi. All right. So we'll talk about that in a second. If you want to hear about the Bitcoin W's in the chat, double tap the screen, and then I'll run through the chart. Okay. So, yep, if you want to hear about the Bitcoin chart, okay, we'll run into that in a second. And then anything else that you want to talk about, you just type it inside the chat, okay, and we'll talk about that. And then if you want to hear about the Bitcoin, W's in the chat, double tap your screen. And then any other cryptos that you want to hear about, you just type that in the messages. Okay? So let's give y'all people that are on here a second to tell me what you think. All right? You want to hear the BTC? We got the BTC. Okay? And then also we got the leverage trades that we're going to do, and we're going to give you the targets. And we're going to tell you about the leverage trades and targets. Okay? All right. Yep. Appreciate that. Double tap the screen. Okay. And then I'm just going to wait for my other piece to come for a second. And then I'll run down on that Bitcoin rundown on the chat. There you go. Yep. And I'm going to do the Bitcoin rundown for you guys. Okay. I see my other peeps coming in. Yep, double tap that screen, and then we're going to talk about the Bitcoin, and then whatever other crypto too you want to hear about. You just also type that in the chat. Type that in the chat, you know, double tap the screen, and then any other topics that you want to talk about, just drop that in the messages, and we'll run through that. And then also, like I showed you, we're going to get the setups for the trades, okay? And we're going to rock that out, okay? We're going to rock that out. We're going to rock that out.
Yeah, you do the best. I think they do it just to get to see what happens.
Sorry.
No, here, you take it over here. Bring me back the thing you want.
All right, so share the stream. You know, I just want to, you know, get a couple more people in here. All right, yep, appreciate that double chat, because I'm going to give you these targets, because I'm going to be doing the leverage trades, and I'm going to be activating them, and I'll tell you exactly where I'm entered, exactly where I'm take profit, and everything like that. So then when you hear it and you win those trades, I want you to tell your other peeps to follow this stream, okay? And then also, I'm looking for community moderators, because we're going to grow this channel, all right? So I don't know if you guys recognize me, but we're growing this channel. We got our other channel, you know. We hit that, you know, 250K followers on that. And then we're going to utilize and grow this channel for monetization. So I could take the monetization and make a community portfolio, okay, on a Telegram group, you know. And then active members and moderators when I make the community portfolio and manage it. You know what I'm saying? You know, every 7 days or so, you know, I take the profits and, you know, spread them out. And then I give, you know, the leverage trade targets and stuff like that. You can go back in my videos and you can see, because I'm using a hybrid system, okay, from my man Trader's Reality. And, you know, we coded this perfect, and I will explain it to you. All right? So share the stream. Once we get at least, you know, up to 10 people right here, I'm going to go through it, and I'm going to tell you exactly what we're going to be able to do on this trade, okay, because it's Friday and we're coming into the weekend, so it's low liquidity, and they're going to be pushing and moving this all over the place, okay? So they're ready to do it. I already saw that in the blockchain, and I watched, you know, what was happening in the blockchain with the whales and how they're moving it. So we already know exactly what they're going to do, all right? So share that stream. I want to get a few more people in here, and if we don't, you guys that are here now are going to hear the OG information, all right? So what you're seeing on the screen is TradingView, which is the charting system, okay? And when you go up to indicators, you type in Trader's Reality, okay? And it's Trader's Reality main, and it's an indicator, which is a hybrid system. And I'm going to show you a few things that the hybrid system gives you, okay? And then that's how we win our trades. So over the past month, okay, out of 112 trades that I did, okay, I won, I would say, about 89% of them, okay? And we also use risk management and, you know, other kind of techniques. So right now I'm showing Bitcoin, and I will show you what's happening on there, okay? And, you know, all that stuff, you know? So all you got to do is just, you know, talk, you know, in the chat. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So you guys that are on there. Okay. So I'm looking at the 1 hour chart on the Bitcoin time frame. Okay. And then as you see those colors and those color boxes, okay, like the red is the New York session, and then you see the Europe session, and then all the way from the Sydney session, which starts at 8 p.m. on the US time, okay? So it starts at Sydney, and then it goes Hong Kong, London, and then to the New York session. You see what happened during the New York session, how we had that pullback? Just imagine if you were ready for that and you knew what was going on. So we already knew, because you see that blue line, okay, that moving average, we knew we were going to tap that, and we knew during the New York session we were going to see that pullback. So we activated a leverage trade. We went from 113,200, okay, down to 110. All right, so that leverage trade was awesome, okay, especially doing 80x, you know, and you know, turning, you know, $1,000 into 80 grand, you know, and then making off that trade. So just the trade that took 1 hour on that 1 hour candle, okay, making $8,000 off of that. All right, so I'm going to show you, you know, what's happening in the other regards, okay? Share the stream ASAP, okay? Because we're going to talk about this, all right? So you guys that are in here now, share that stream, all right? We just want to get a couple more people in here, all right? So that way we can, you know, have that going on, right? Okay. I just want to be able to give that information out, you know, to, you know, more more people, right? Okay. All right. Yep. Welcome to Jay's Strategies. We're going to be going over this, and I'm going to be showing you, okay, using the hybrid charting system and showing you what happened during the sessions and where it's going to move, okay, and where the entries, where the take profits and targets are. So, you know, share the stream, and then we're going to get some people in here, okay, to be able to do this, right? Okay. I gotta rename